This episode is sponsored by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro for free at RamseySolutions.com/invest. You're listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires, where we talk investing, retirement, building wealth, and outrageous generosity.
Up first, we have Lisa in Clarksville, Tennessee. Hey, Lisa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How can we help?
Hi, I'm 54 years old. I have no debt. I paid off all my student loans, credit cards, and my house, and my car.
You. Wow.
Yes. I have $72,600 in a money market, and I want to know how to start investing.
All right. That's good. So are you currently investing any of your paycheck every month when you get paid?
No, ma'am, I am not. We don't have that option at my job.
Okay, so they're not offering like a employee-sponsored 401k. That's okay. You can still start investing 15% of your income today by just investing in a Roth IRA, right? So is it just you or your husband?
No, ma'am, I'm single.
You're single. Okay. So yeah, you're technically, you've gone beyond, baby step 4, 5, and 6 because you've paid off your house. But let's go back to baby step 4 right quick and jump that one in place, which is 15% every single month. In your case, just start with a Roth IRA. You could start there and max it out. I think you can do $7,000 this year. And if you have money to go above and beyond that, we can look into what that means for you. But that's the first place to start. So that's thing number one. And then since you've got this big chunk of money sitting in this money market account, I would differentiate what's going to be your 3 to 6 months of expenses. And I would put that in a high yield savings account. So what do you think 3 to 6 months? In your case, I'd probably do 6 months, to be honest with you. What's 6 months of expenses for you?
Well, I only make about $32,000 a year.
Okay.
And I pretty much use all of that to live on and pay the bills I do have, the living expenses. I do have a little bit left over from each paycheck, but I have not been putting that in savings I got divorced in September, so I haven't been putting anything in savings since I got divorced.
I see. Well, the good news is, like you said, you've got the $72,000, so you don't necessarily need to set any more aside into savings per se. But the retirement piece, I do want you doing that because you've got to keep actively adding to this nest egg. So
do I take any of the $72,000 and put that in a Roth IRA, or can I do that?
You can, but you can only do it up to a certain point, and then you're going to have to go into a brokerage account, or you're going to have to work with an investment professional to see what's the best option for you to open up.
I got on SmartVestor, and I have an appointment with I guess it's called a financial professional.
Yes.
I guess I'll speak with him.
Yes.
And then,
when you work with that SmartVestor Pro, they're just going to give you the options and the best options for you and your situation. But at the end of the day, the thing I want you to hear me say is, I think you've done a great job with the $72,000. But what you've got to do is you've got to take some of that as your 3 to 6 months, because I don't want you investing all of your money. You've got to keep some of it liquid. And so whatever 6 months of expenses is for you, take that and just set it aside, put it in a high yield savings account. So if something goes wrong, Lisa, you can have that money. If something happens with your roof or something happens with the car, you've got money that you can have access to without you pulling from invested money. Does that make sense?
Yes. What is a high yield savings account?
It's a savings account. Most of them, the good ones, are online accounts. You could check out ally.com. We don't endorse them, but it's just the one I use. I know George uses Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Yeah,
Rachel, do you have one?
We use an Ally. Yeah, it's similar to a money market account, Lisa. So it's an account that it usually, I think now, is actually getting a higher rate of return than money market accounts. But a high yield savings account. And so what it is, it's basically a savings account where you're making more money, but you can't withdraw money up to a certain point and so many transactions per month. So there's some limits on it, but that's okay because, again, that money's going to just sit there unless you really need it. And if you really need it, it's probably going to be one check that you write out of it if it's an emergency. And then everything else. So a Roth IRA is a great retirement vehicle. Your money will grow tax-free, which is amazing. So as it's growing and as it's invested, you're going to be actually making so much money on your money. It's kind of one of those accounts that you put in. And because the market, averages, 10% or so, you'll be making money while you sleep, if you will, Lisa, which is a great thing for retirement. Lisa, you said you went through a divorce in September, and so you're back in the workforce. Were you working before that, or did you go back to work because of where you're at? With
I went back to work.
You went back to work, okay. So I'm guessing this is one of the first times you're handling everything on your own, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're doing
great.
You're doing a really good job, Lisa. Are you? What are you doing for work?
I work in a finance office. So I do the accounting work.
Okay, that's awesome. So my only, other thought, because of your age and because you don't have much in retirement, what it would look like to up your income. And I don't know, what opportunities are out there for you in your area and with your experience and all of that, but that is something. I mean, $32,000, that's on the lower end. Mm-hmm. So I would encourage you to see what else is out there. And I think, there's a level of confidence, Lisa. I could only imagine that you now are starting to have. And even when sitting down with this SmartVestor Pro, even listening to him and have him teach you, Lisa, okay? Do not go in and just nod your head and just say whatever you say. I want you to learn. This is going to be some of the biggest changes of your life and things that you're dealing with now that you never probably had to. And so you're going to be a sponge. And I don't want you to put your money in something that you don't understand. And so I want you to really, really learn. And I think over time, Lisa, there's going to be a level of confidence that is built. And I think that can translate into more income. I think that you're going to feel like, okay, I can actually step out and apply for something and make more. But I think upping your income is another great goal to look at in the next, 3, 6, 12 months.
Absolutely.
Because if you can make even $50,000, right, $20,000 more, that's going to make a significant difference to what you can put away for retirement. But you're in a really good spot to have everything paid off.
Yeah, very good.
You have no bills. I mean, it's only up from here, Lisa. So I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Yes,
good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Really good.
Yeah. And again, learning about this stuff and understanding, okay, what is a Roth IRA? And I even love, what is a high yield savings account?
Yeah, great questions.
Getting to these basics and really having this knowledge. Knowledge gives you power. And when you have knowledge, you usually have options.
Yeah.
And you're able to see, you're not pinned into one thing. And because, oh my gosh, this is the only thing I got to do. And I don't even get it, but I got to do it. And it's this fear cycle, all of it, right?
That's right.
When you have peace and you have knowledge and you're learning and you're experiencing, it does give you some confidence. So Lisa, I'm really proud of you. I think you're doing a really brave thing, and I'm excited for you to sit down with somebody and actually look at your specific numbers, have them teach you and show you, and they're going to run numbers for you to look out and say, okay, in 10 years, here's where it's going to be, in 15 years. And I think it's going to be really motivating and empowering, Lisa, for you. So I'm sorry you went through what you went through in September, but we believe in you.